Hi everybody, and welcome back to part 2 of our radium fuel pump install. Alright, so we got our 2 relays mounted in there. We chopped these 2 right here off because those would normally go to a front battery in a car. These 2, I was going to put them together, but I ended up doing them separate, and I just ran those up into here. So we're gonna leave those off right now. I wanted a fusible link on each one of these relays, so that's how I wired that in. And then I took this ground wire, which I put another end on. I routed it behind the battery there and cut it to length. So I have my other ground for this one right here. It goes behind the battery, and it's gonna go back behind there, or behind this tank and through the seat. So I think I'm going to be running this wire up into the front to my hob switch. It's going to go in the engine bay. So now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do these wires. This goes to individual pumps here. So this will be going to pump 1. And no, this one's going to pump 1, and this one's pump 2, which will be run off the hob switch. And then these 2 are my signal wires that are going to go to the fuel pump wiring, the stock fuel pump wiring. So let's get started on that. We'll start running wires and stuff, and let's get to it. So now what I'm going to do is take all this red wire here, all this red wire that we had for the front, to go to the front of the car. For our normal car, we're going to reuse this, and we're going to run this to the back of the seat there to go to our fuel pumps. So these wires are now going to be red. Alright, so now this back in here. Then we'll take these wires, run them also in there, which will get loomed later on here. Yeah, this one behind there. We're gonna take these wires, feed them through here. Alright, now we got all these wires run for the power to the pumps, and we got both pumps hooked up now. Let's see here. I have them coming from underneath the seat here, around the side and here, and they're just kind of ran in here to this boot. This boot pulled this out. So I ran through the boot and then to the pump here itself. I got those hooked up. I'm gonna start getting the ground wires done. This is not staying this way. It's all gonna be buttoned up, and you know, it's gonna have loom over it, and it's gonna be all tucked away really nicely. So that's just laying in there for now. So we're gonna get all the ground set up, and we're also going to get our signal set up. So I'm gonna get all that stuff ran, and I will update. Alright, so I kind of ran a few things here. We got both of our relays. I took the battery completely out. That way I can get stuff tucked behind here, and we are going to finish this all with loom. So I have both sensor wires to the ECU right here. I have them done up. I got our 2 power wires ran through or behind here, through there and into the cabin there. I also have a ground to this wire I have going to right here. So the bolts for the battery, there's a battery bolt right here. I'm actually going to use the one right next to it and just do a separate bolt. That way all those grounds are on one. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one for the actual battery the way it's supposed to be. But here I have, and then I have another ground wire coming in from there that'll be from the pump to here. And then I'm going to have to do another one from the pump, to here again. So we're going to have 2 on there. We'll have 1 here for this relay. Now this other relay, I have this wire coming out here, and it's just a bare wire. Now I'm going to attach this wire here to this bulk wire. This will be another ground, and this is going to go all the way in the front of the engine bay where my hob switch is going to go. So, and then we'll cut into that and have that, we'll have that going straight into the hop switch. So we'll come around here. Let me grab this. I got my light here. So here I have some of the stuff ran here. I only have 1. I think there's another one under there too. No. So I got all this stuff ran behind here and into this grommet here, and then I'm gonna have to find the harness wire in there, and we're gonna wire up all these here too. So yeah, I just gotta put the grounds on here and then some other stuff. Now I got everything pretty much ran. I got everything tied together. I got each relay here and here. I had everything heat shrink. Let's get some light up here. So I have these 3. Now there's only 3 because the other one, which would be, I think this one here, it's going in there and it'll be in my engine bay with my hot switch. So we're running all of our wires through there. Everything's hooked up. I got this running on that. I might find something with a smaller washer. That way it doesn't really crimp these out, but I'll space them out, get that down. When I'm all done with it, I'm going to put some sheathing on it here and going across here, but this is going to tuck down it underneath the battery tray. So got that. Ouch. Now we're in the back of the car. We got all of our wires down here. I got one zip tied to have this out, and we're gonna fix all this stuff and get it nice and straight. So I ran it behind there, and it's gonna come up, and then it's all gonna go in the boot, and then we're gonna get all that. Like I said, we'll finish up all that stuff. But this one, where's that? So we have this wire. This is that wire that went through there. We have it on the floor here. We're gonna run that down through here and straight up into the engine bay, which I actually cut a hole in the engine bay so I have easy access. So I'm gonna get some more of this stuff ran, and I'll show you how. Alright, now I got everything ran. I got everything zip tied the way it should. Besides, the only thing I didn't run yet is this wire here. I got this all those together going through my grommet here, and I have, put the light here a second. I have my power and grounds hooked up. I still have to get these 3 wires on here, so we're gonna pull. So I got these 2 fed through. This is for your ECU, your signal wire. So now I got this, and I got it stripped back. I'm gonna cut these off, or I'm gonna cut this pigtail off. This blue wire here goes to these two. I'm just going to run them together since I have a Hobbs switch controlling that secondary pump. They're all going to be separated. I don't have these snug down yet, but that's kind of where we're at here. I'm gonna get this cut and these ran, and I'll show you which wires go to what pin. So I'm gonna do that quick and we'll be right back. We got everything ran now. We got everything pushed through. So we took those two, we put those together and went into the factory harness here on that blue wire. This I kind of messed up. I had to actually extend this wire, and that was my fault. But so we have our level positive is our red wire. I kept it the same. See, that's red out of the factory harness. And then we have our temp sensor positive is our purple wire, and then our sensor ground is our white with a black tracer. So there is that's the fuel pump wiring. We're just gonna kind of tuck that up under here. Or actually, we're probably gonna zip tie. We're gonna zip tie these things up. I don't really want them rattling around in there. So now I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna go and get all this wrapped up with wire loom all the way into the trunk here. Oh yeah, go into the trunk. We need our light. Alright, now we're back in our trunk. We got everything. See, this is what I was talking about. We're just tucking under here. Actually, I'm gonna end up pulling, see, it goes down in there and then, you know, into the seat, but I'm gonna pull all this out because we are now gonna wrap it in loom. I just wanted to make sure that everything was gonna fit and everything was gonna be tight and out of the way. So so we're gonna get this all loomed up here, or get some wire loom on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so the update. We don't have the battery in yet. I got that ground for the battery in, so we got it all wound up behind, here we go, behind here, underneath the battery tray, around. I zip tied it to here, there we go, in here, and then through to the seat, and we got it coming out here, behind there, and this plastic, and then all into the ground. Alright, so now we got the fuel pumps all wired in. We got the relays all wired in. I still don't have wire for the Hobbs switch, sorry. But we're gonna be running that very soon when we get back into the engine bay. We're gonna run that through the side panels up into the engine bay. I'm gonna make a bracket. I'm gonna have a bracket sit there, and then we're gonna hook it up to a boost source. So that sums it up for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna have more.